Chapter 9. Okay, Ping, what do you remember? I remember picking you up, carrying you upstairs, and eating spaghetti without chopsticks, Ping started. No, I mean, what do you remember about dying? I interrupted. Dying? Oh, what a scary thought. I hope I never die. I want to live forever. Well, that's not going to happen, and did not happen for you, because when I found you, you were as dead as a doornail. Me? Dead? No, I can't be dead. I want to live forever and eventually change into a butterfly. Wow, that would require a huge cocoon, I said. Ping, I'm sorry to tell you this, but when I took you from the city morgue, you were not living. You were dead until I placed you in the bathtub and dropped a toaster in the bath water. Now I remember the bathtub. It was nice and warm, and a toaster was with me, and you were asleep in the sink, Ping said with joy. I remember everything. Do you remember anything before then? I questioned. Ping thought for a moment. No. Okay, so he couldn't remember his past. That was a good thing. The last thing I needed was to raise someone from the dead who had unfinished business. But on the downside, he acted like a 5-year-old. This was just great. He'd better be a 5-year-old Rambo, or I was in trouble. Do you know karate? Wait, isn't that where you sing at a restaurant? No. I was getting frustrated now. Karate is a style of defending yourself from potential harm. It is not singing. If someone comes at you with a knife, you use karate to defuse the situation. You don't sing the knife man to death. Do you know how to fight someone? Or use a weapon to defend yourself? I know how to use chopsticks. Can I defend myself with those? Oh boy. It was going to be a long weekend. Ping was dressed in a gi, so I needed him to remember his training. I also had to register him for school, get him school supplies, buy him school clothes, and give him a bubble bath without a toaster. I spent the next few hours on the phone registering Ping at my school, while Ping soaked in the bath. I was surprised how many things the school asked for that I didn't have for Ping, like a birth certificate, social security number, shot records, previous school records, and the list went on. But my quick silver smooth talking tongue struck again. So many crazy stories flew out of my mouth. First, I had to convince the lady that I was an adult. Never an easy thing to do, but it has been done before. Next, I told her that Ping was dropped off at my doorstep when he was a baby. Then, one day at the zoo, a mother gorilla stole my baby and refused to give him back. And since gorillas are much stronger than humans, I didn't argue with the gorilla. And how it wasn't until this last week that the mother gorilla died and left me, Ping, in her will. The lady on the phone started to question the legitimacy of my story, so I did what any man would do to change the subject. I told her how pretty her eyes were. I guess she forgot the conversation was taking place over the phone because she bought it. I'd gotten Ping registered and had a date with the lady planned for next weekend and didn't know what to wear. The life of an adult, it's so complicated. The rest of the weekend was interesting. I sat Ping down and filled him in on the situation at school with Bradley. Ping seemed okay with the idea that I created him to help me with a bully at school. Then I put Ping in front of a TV for hours, having him watch different karate films to refresh his memory of his training. We took a break from the TV. I figured I should take the time to get to know my creation. So Ping and I went to the park. I pushed him on the swing, he pushed me. We went down the slide together, and we tried the teeter totter, but he was much too heavy for that. Then we stopped at a Chinese food place and shared a very large bowl of ramen. He also showed me how to use chopsticks. I found that to be fascinating, but I still prefer a fork. We were having so much fun that we didn't want to stop. So we went to the mall and had our picture taken in a photo booth. I think the pictures turned out pretty good. On our way back home, we crossed a busy street. I was worried about Ping because he's a big guy. But little did I know, I should have been more concerned about where I was walking. A car heading straight for me honked. Ping quickly grabbed me and pulled me away before the car could hit me. His strength and speed was amazing. Are you okay? Ping asked. Still shocked by what had just happened, I squeaked out, Yes, fine. Thank you, Ping. You saved my life. You gave me mine. I can never repay you for that, Ping said. I felt a special attachment forming between Ping and me. I could see why Dr. Frankenstein created a monster. They do make very loyal friends. I was glad I didn't. I was glad that I had gotten Ping instead of some jerk. This outing had been fun, but I needed to stick with the plans. So when we got home, I put him right back in front of the TV. While he watched the rest of the movies, I went shopping at a used Hawaiian clothes store to buy some clothes for Ping. I'm not saying Hawaiians are fat. I'm merely saying that their shirts and pants happen to fit my extra large Asian bodyguard, whom I want to disguise as a tourist. So put that in your ukulele and strum it. Sorry for the language. I was practicing my disrespectful comments so I would be prepared for the next day when Ping karate chops Bradley's face off. I want to yell something cool like, so put that in your toilet and flush it. I was still working on the phrasing, but Ping was ready for school and I couldn't wait to see the show.